Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of New Horizons in Kerbal Space Program. Today we are going to go save Bob. At least we are going to go to Saren. I have this vessel here, the Untipper Overer Mark 1. Let's take a look at it. So this is the Untipper Overer. It features angled tanks to create a square landing base with landing legs on the interior at a horizontal area in both directions to make a large, sturdy base or foundation to land on. So I will get to Saren and see you guys there. Well, that was pretty easy. It's less than 1,000 fuel. I shoot out past its orbit and come back. I could probably do something that is more fuel efficient, but I think that I'm going to take it. So the idea was to use fuel to slow down while slowing down in the atmosphere to try and get close enough to Bob, because I won't be able to fly. The parts that I would need to effectively do a flight mission, I don't have unlocked yet in Career. I definitely want the Rapier engine. I would need larger fairings to encapsulate wing surfaces that had articulation. Right now the 1.25 meter is too small to get anything except for the static wings, which wouldn't be useful for flying around anywhere. So yeah, that'll be close. And I don't know how long that will take. And it's far enough away now. I think I read somewhere that the estimated burn time is based on your acceleration at the time that it is calculated. So if you actually use your engines at a point that's closer, it will be more accurate. So by me going to a low, like 15% of my engine several days out and pulsing it to get an idea of how long it will take will give me a measurement that is way off. So I have 2,800 delta. Oh my goodness. Why is this fuel tank so hot? That is scary. It looks like they're heating up, too. Why? I'm not in the atmosphere. This engine burned for a total of 20 seconds or something? It looks like this vessel might... like it's just gonna explode right now. That is very alarming. What was that? Okay guys, I've had a couple issues with a overheating bug, which I believe is now okay for the rest of this mission. And it also occurred to me that I can't really align myself to Bob because of the rotation of the planet. So I will need to meet up with him somewhere else. I've aligned this. I believe that by the time I get over there, he will have rotated into that area. So I ran Bob over there because it was a little flatter. So the distance is pretty much the same here, but it's about 450 meters away from the lander because it was flatter in this area. And at 4 times speed, it actually took him quite a while to run there. And we have a successful landing. Let's get things prepared for Bob before it gets here. Get the welcome party going. I must have taken these tanks off and moved them again because they definitely didn't have that ladder being occluded by the tanks when I initially built this. But these are not quite empty. But for 97 meters a second, I think it's better to just get rid of them. So I'll save it in case this causes any drastic explosions. And try to jettison those. And those worked in my favor for not having this fall back on me. Let's have him plant a flag to commemorate this rescue mission. It will say, Bob was here. If I did not make it home, please tell Val that she made the best snacks. Okay, now that's 3.4 kilometers away. I'll save it in case any screwy time acceleration causes Bob to explode into the terrain. Bob, we did it! You ran basically 4 kilometers from there to there and then back here again. If we were better pilots... Ooh, there's a reflection from that. That's pretty cool. We would be closer to you. Looks like those legs also didn't extend down far enough. I put them on as an afterthought. It's a good thing we landed on a flat spot indeed. Whoa! I only have 300 meters a second delta V left? I thought that I had thousands. Did I burn it all on something unintentionally? So this will not be a return home. It's just going to be a circular orbit. Oh, I was probably thinking that it would only take a couple hundred delta V to get off of Saren with its 61% gravity, which is very foolish. I'm actually glad that I was able to get off there at all now that I think about it. But looks like this will be a 2-part mission to actually get Bob home. So now I'll go build a craft that will just pick him up from here. It's easy enough to get here. Guys, we are back and we're here to save Bob. And it's a good thing I checked in on this when I did, because you can see how everything is ready to explode. That is because I left Bob up here in orbit for a while. He burnt off the rest of his fuel to change his plane to be closer to the rescue mission ship, which he didn't have much fuel left to help, but every little bit mattered. But he almost lost everything just because I wasn't paying attention. Although it wouldn't have been fatal. He would have been fine. I think it would have just killed his battery and all that stuff. But I can leave my seat, fire up my thrusters, and now it's just a matter of determining the frame of reference for this. Alright guys, we have Bob on board. We are now ready to go home. We have under 1400 meters a second of delta V, but let's go over the roster. I brought Jebediah, Archibald, Bill, Curzor, Julie, Digella, Max Riss, there's Bob, and our lovely Valentina is piloting both of these on the top. So we have a total of 9 Kerbals on this vessel. So if we don't make it home, I will be out most of my roster. But I think the best thing to do would be to, at our periapsis, push out our apoapsis, which is the furthest away from Saren. Okay, so it would take too much fuel to get a safe, low-profile orbit, so I have to dive into the atmosphere coming in hot. Let's delete both of those. I only have 300 meters a second at delta V, and I think I want to aim for about 25. Under 25. So we will see how fast I'm going by the time I get there. I may try to see if I can have my engine suck up the heat. Hopefully it isn't too fast. Guys, we did it! We made it home with Bob! And all 8 Kerbals. May have seen at one point these crew cabins heated up quite a bit. I was going so fast I didn't expect to pick up that much acceleration the closer I got to Kerbal, so I'm glad that I was able to bleed off that speed. I think that it might have helped that I had a couple hundred meters a second of delta V left on the engine. It quite literally could have blown up my vessel if I hadn't been able to burn off just that little bit of speed, because, I don't know, could have put me up closer towards 4,000 meters a second, hitting the upper atmosphere, which could be pretty fatal. But everybody is home, and the northern lights actually looks pretty awesome with the clouds going off in the background. But let's recover this vessel and see what we get for science. 265 science. That doesn't seem like a lot. I felt like I had 1,000,000 experiments. Recovery of the vessel, EVA, surface samples, mystery goo. It looks like all of the categories are there. Atmospheric pressure scan, temperature. Material stud. Where are my d-orbital magic? Are those flagged under material study? I think they might be. But the thing that I really care about is the fact that I've got experience for all of these Kerbals, so that now they're all level 1 for everyone who went on that mission. So we just need to get them a couple more. I can land them on Aptor as well as the moon and get them all up to level 2. But I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I thought that it was fun to strand Bob on Saren, albeit it was an accident, and recover him. I will make a little note in the video when I edit together about how long it actually took me to run Bob to the craft on Saren. It was a while. If you guys are enjoying these episodes, or this series in general, feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode.